Okay. So, you know, everybody wants to die, you know, for God. But, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to die. But imagine if you died and it was a God. But why would you want to? But that's called suicide. So don't do it. And people don't believe in it. You know? Because chances are there's no God, you know? Even though there's a video of physics proof there's no God. I don't know why I'm making this video. I just, you know, wanted to talk about it. The most amazing thing ever. So this leaves now, scientists think we found another universe. But the religious people say, oh, it's God. That's a heaven. That's the heaven for the God of the universe. Okay, cool. If that's true, let's meet God. Like I said, I hope we find out everything before I die, before everybody dies, in our lifetime. The most amazing thing how everything came to be. It's like I need to know. I want to know. I have to know. You know? And, so we're in 2015. We're advancing pretty quick, I have to say. Unknown structure, megastructure, circling a star. Evidence now of the other universe can create life. It's just going to go further. I think in 30 years, maybe we're going to solve everything. Maybe even less. I hope hopefully less than 30 years. Just imagine. But it'll never be good enough for the believers, no matter what. I think the parallel universe that's where God's hiding. But maybe it can be. But the problem is, it'll never be enough for believers to understand, no matter how far we come, I think, of no God. Even if we found another universe, even if I found aliens, they're going to throw something in there that, you know, to say that, to put a God in there. And that's because they don't understand science. But I think from now, 30 years from now, we're going to go to unknown territory of science. And people said that will leave more questions. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe if we can explain the whole dark energy, dark matter thing, that can just tie everything. You know, maybe the biggest things that is stopping us from solving everything. By the way, there's already another scientist that says, to tell you the truth, I've researched everything, I think. You gotta give your brain a rest, but I just needed to know what happened. And if there's a God, I want to know. But we already proved there's no God. I think what it is, it's so enormous, it's so massive, that it's going to be beyond science. Not supernatural, but an unknown science. You know? Because think about it. If there's another universe in which scientists have evidence now, so multiverse is confirmed, of other universes with different laws, different physics, That means it's unknown science. And this is going to be very exciting. And maybe it can lead to an amazing thing. Not a miracle, not supernatural, but I'm talking about defying gravity, antimatter, anti-gravity, teleportation, mind reading, weightlessness, flying, or even powers. Yeah, powers, like a superhero. But you know what the bad thing is? No matter how our brain perceives, whether it's the supernatural or the unknown, our brain, I think, well, at least for now, goes too wild in extremes. We all thought aliens was going to be like the creatures like the movie, It turns out it's going to be similar to Earth. In fact, everything's alien. The plants, animals, and it's just a little probably different variation. So we use our brains and imaginations for movies and think it's going to be totally bizarre. But maybe it's not going to be so as bizarre as we think. Well, that's kind of a letdown. Because I really want that bizarreness. I think it's still amazing, but maybe it's not going to be as amazing as we think. Yeah, we solve life. We have all the elements, hydrogen, oxygen, all that combined, formed life. Boom. Okay. The expansion of the universe, physics, disprove God. Okay, boom. Okay, so that just leaves dark energy, dark matter. What cause that? I mean, I want to believe, like, it's going to be amazing, like The Matrix, and with creepy aliens and just super advanced technology. But now there's a theory that we made it late. We made it early. We evolved earlier. And we may be the only species that evolved. So maybe there was not even an alien conflict in Mars. It was just naturalistic process of the universe and cosmos. And that's what it seems like. We're using our brains to envision, especially the religious people, with the demons and angels and flying and all the magical paradise and heaven and skies of gates and of gold. Or atheists, non-believers, of aliens and creepy, so futuristic technology, 1,000 light years away, more advanced than us. But to tell you the truth, it just might not be like that. It just might be just us for now, until another species evolve, which scientists think is just going to be like us. And we just might be the only species because the other species has evolved. And just everything evolved, and animals, plants, and we know how that evolved, and we know how the universe came out of nothing, and then Dr. Mary expanded on Lawrence Krauss that the universe always existed. It always was nothing, just different elevated order, nothing. So I'm thinking it's just going to be like just, I know, science and processes, but not super mind-blowing, not like a alien factory out there, and even though we want that, right? Dyson spheres and all this cool alien worlds and planets. But maybe it might just be pretty normal. And hey, I can live with that. We did it. It was just more advanced science. Never was Dyson spheres, never was other worlds like in movies and sci-fi and Halo and aliens. But that's the nature of reality. It's reality. Our brains want it to be the supernatural, the religious believers, or the super scientific, futuristic, like movies for us, for non-believers, or that are in science. So hey, at least, hey, I can die happy. Yeah. it was a good ride. I did a lot of research, origin of life, how the universe came to be, multiple universes, multiverse confirmed, and just cycles and repeats of big bangs and expansions, and just the chemicals and the ingredients came to life through the different atmosphere, and animals lost their legs and evolved through evolution because of many years, like we will, thousands or millions of years probably, as Dawkins says, more, not 100,000, but actually a million years. And, I guess it would be cyborg, I guess this could be a conclusion video. Well, maybe at least for a while. And then, obviously something mind-blowing, but, we evolved to, like, human cyborgs and or maybe, well, that a little. I don't think it's going to be too crazy like the movie. The movies always exaggerate. It'll be kind of man-machine. And then we also always take care of a body. That's great. And I guess we can, scientists think darker skin and red eyes because of the changing atmosphere of the. So no, it's not going to be, seems like a letdown. It's mind-blowing as we want it to be. But that's reality, folks. We don't live in the movies. We want that crazy sci-fi stuff. Don't get me wrong, we want that. But, and maybe I'm wrong. I hope it's like that, but it seems like, you say, truth is stranger than fiction, but maybe not this time. Maybe it's, well, if you're science compared to religion, yeah, truth is stranger than fiction because fiction is crazy, and truth is, it's more stranger, obviously, than the magical God just making anything. So truth, I guess that's gonna be stranger. But it just won't be as mind-blowing as we think, because everything's just natural. I can live with that. And how could we go to another universe? How could we go to other planets? Not even if the fastest warp drive could. Now, maybe like 100 years from now, which I think that really that warp drive could be possible, but I won't even be alive. Unless maybe, I guess we get the transhuman start early, yeah. But maybe just another universe would just be like this, just alternate. And I mean, they said like time moves backwards and forwards in a black hole. So it's just be, the times will be different. So, it's just be everything like this, but maybe just seconds ahead or seconds before. Now, if we could film like a supernova exploding or a star exploding, I think that'd be fucking badass. That would be, I'll probably be blown away by that. The best fireworks ever. Maybe that's as close as awesome next level we can vision or see in our lifetime, or just see in reality. Yeah. But, and about that megastructure, and let's hope it's a Dyson sphere, but scientists think it just could be some exocomets. We now have exocomets, comets then exocomets. It just keeps getting better. But now I'm going to end the note and say something. There might be a Matrix kind of thing. Maybe it's not as mind-blowing as a Matrix movie, but that's all I can think of for now. But it seems like the truth is not as crazy as the science fiction is going to be, or we want it to be. But I hope it gets really crazy and unknown, because that's what I'm looking for. No matter if there's big bangs of cycles and repeats and collapse, there had to be, if there's a computer, if we are in the Matrix and there's computer code, then either there has to be a species that did it, but if we're the only species, or maybe the species died, and then I think this one get tied in with dark energy and dark matter.